Rhode Island, man, I don't know how to use this program. I haven't used it in so long, so please forgive me, people, but we're going to try to do the program. Look at this. Do you guys like this new this StreamYard? Which one you like better, StreamYard or Restream? Let me know that. Okay, so this is the program that I have for you guys, the story you came for. Rhode Island Hells Angels figure Joseph Lancia back behind bars after attending a mob wake. Now here's the thing. Okay, so I want to get rid of that for a second. Damn. Okay, let's just stop sharing the screen. Okay, so we covered this. This happened about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3. And this Hells Angels president, when we first saw him, I forget where he was, Rhode Island or someplace. Somebody drove by the clubhouse that he didn't like or whatever, and that was a rival or something. And he was accused of shooting at the guy, and I guess he later pled guilty for it. And they made a big deal out of it. Oh, he shot in the neighborhood where there was a school, and all of this. I mean, they really made a big deal out of it. They even went to the clubhouse to arrest him. I don't know why. Why don't you just knock on the front door? They needed the Bearcat tank to go through the front door. And just tear up the people's clubhouse. They came in with like a tactical SWAT team for this one guy. And I think, if I remember, did they knock down the door? I don't remember, but I do remember that they went in with like a whole like U.S. Armed Forces elite SEAL team rescue SWAT unit. I'm talking about these guys had shields, riot shields, machine guns. I don't know why they wear masks. Why does a police department need a mask? Like, you're a public servant. We need to know who the hell you are. Like, that's scary. Like, hey, I broke the law, but I don't know. Do you need a mask and stuff to arrest me? And they come in with all these masks, machine guns, knee pads. Like, what are you going to be on a knee? Like all this for him and a girl that was inside. All of this. It was just like, oh, so that's what you're doing with the money that we give you to buy all that tank shit. I don't think you need tanks and stuff in neighborhoods. You know, I was in Los Angeles during the 93 Watch riots with Rodney King. And I actually got to see, for the first time in my life, tanks in the city and National Guards. And it was terrifying. I was in the Navy at the time, stationed in San Diego. When the Watch riots happened, when the Rodney King riots happened, I went there, even though my command ordered me not to. I went there anyway to go see. And I'm looking at these guys with machine guns walking through the neighborhoods with these big, huge tanks at McDonald's and stuff. It was terrifying. So I don't even know why you need that in a neighborhood. Maybe you just need one set of tanks that you send to police department, from police department to police department when they're needed. Like, every police department has some of those MRAP tank things in the backyard. You seen them when you drive by? They got like 5 or 6 of them stacked up. And it's kind of crazy. Like, where do you guys get this money from? Ain't those things $1 million a piece? But anyway, I digress. I remember that they did that back then to your boy and took him down when I felt like they could have just knocked on the front door and he'd have been like, yeah, how can I help you? You're under arrest. Oh, okay. But no, they got to go through the whole thing. Okay, so after that, I guess he pled guilty and he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. And some kind of way he got a parole, right? That's when you get out early, right? Parole, is that what they call that?
Yep.
And one of the things that he was not allowed to do was have any contact with other criminals, I guess. Is that a thing? Can they do that? Is that some shit they can do?
Well, that's part of the stipulations, man, that they set, man. They say, you're not supposed to be associated with any known felons. or whatever else might be, in your stipulations.
Man, let me tell you what, man. So he did that. He went to go see some what's up, No Cuff, Too Tough. He went to go see the what's up, Nikita, Good Risings. He went to go see the folks at a wake. He went to a wake to see to pay his respects to a mob boss. And after that, they arrested him. There's a little more to the story, so we're going to go to the video now. Let me see how to share this. Okay, we're going to go to the video right now. Lavish. Boom. Whoa, I shared the wrong thing. Okay.
Glad it wasn't porn.
Listen, that's happened to me before. I had to go delete the whole damn thing. I never even knew that was up there down in the bottom. And YouTube will get rid of you for something like that. I was able to delete that before anybody ever saw it. I was like, holy moly. Here we go. Let me show you this video here, and then we will talk. Action. No sound. Here it is.
Showed up last week at 33-year-old Joseph Lancia was on parole when he showed up last week at the wake of mob underboss Eddie Lato. But as part of the conditions for his early release from prison, Lancia had promised not to have any contact with the Hells Angels or other felons. This is Target 12 undercover video of former Hells Angels president Joseph Lancia at the wake of New England crime family underboss Eddie Lato in Providence last week. Lancia is the biker gang's former leader after being paroled on condition of having no contact with the Hells Angels or serving as an officer of the club. Target 12 has confirmed that days after the wake, the Rhode Island State Police took Lancia into custody and sent him back to the state prison. The Rhode Island Parole Board confirms Lancia is accused of violating the terms of his release. An associate for a law firm that has represented Lancia in the past provided Target 12 with this email that they say shows Lancia asked his parole officer if he could attend Lato's wake, and it was approved. It will be up to the parole board to determine if any contact he had at the wake or elsewhere violated the terms of his parole.
Well, the courts, based on recommendations from prosecutors and the police, to keep these career-type criminals away from each other, to ensure that they don't collaborate. And typically when you're placed on parole or probation, you're promising the court or you're promising the parole board that you'll be good and you'll stay away from people like that.
Former Rhode Island State Police Colonel and 12 News law enforcement analyst Stephen O'Donnell says it is common practice for state police investigators to monitor high-profile wakes like the one Lancia attended.
Every person involved in organized criminal activity know the state police monitor multiple different public events.
Back in 2022, Lancia was sentenced to 5 years in prison after he admitted to shooting at a rival who was driving by the Messer Street clubhouse in 2019 and later knocking out a bouncer at the Cadillac Lounge strip club. But Lancia successfully convinced the parole board he had reformed himself, and he was released from the ACI in June. Lancia's attorney Lisa Hawley declined to comment. A parole violation hearing is scheduled for next month. Coming up, new at 6, we take an in-depth look at the long-standing relationship between the New England mob and the Hells Angels. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
There's more. They got the next one coming up. Hold on a second.
New details in a Target 12 investigators exclusive. As we first reported at 5, the former head of the Providence chapter of the Hells Angels is back behind bars after he attended the wake of a mafia underboss in Providence.
New at 6, an email obtained by Target 12 earlier today shows Lancia sought and received approval to attend from his parole officer. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the second half of our exclusive report.
For close watchers of the Patriarca crime family and the Hells Angels in Rhode Island, Joseph Lancia's presence at the wake of mob underboss Eddie Lato is not a surprise, but it may come at a steep cost for the former biker gang president. This is Target 12 undercover video of former Hells Angels president Joseph Lancia at the wake of New England crime family underboss Eddie Lato in Providence last week. Lancia was out on parole after promising the state to have no contact with the Hells Angels or serve as an officer of the club. The Rhode Island Parole Board confirms Lancia is accused of violating the terms of his early release. But a representative of Lancia sent Target 12 this email that they say shows Lancia's request to attend Lato's wake was approved by his parole officer. It will be up to the parole board to decide if any contact he had at the services or elsewhere violated the terms of his parole.
Eddie Lato was always really the major conduit with all the Hells Angels for years, and Joe Lancia and any other Hells Angels are just showing deference and respect for the passing of Eddie Lato.
Former state police colonel and 12 News law enforcement analyst Stephen O'Donnell says the Hells Angels and the New England crime family have historically had an underworld relationship.
Well, it's a huge connection where sometimes you think outlaw bikers and La Cosa Nostra operate differently. They don't. It's in their interest to cooperate and collaborate.
Hells Angels members have provided security for mafia figures and have both been involved in area strip clubs. O'Donnell says Lancia's presence at the wake was likely both for loyalty to Lato and to send a broader message about that long-standing relationship.
The risk I'll take is more important for the collaboration or the message I just sent to that organized criminal group.
Back in 2022, Lancia was sentenced to 5 years in prison after he admitted to shooting at a rival who was driving by the Messer Street clubhouse in 2019 and later knocking out a bouncer at the Cadillac Lounge strip club. But Lancia successfully convinced the parole board he had reformed himself and he was released from the ACI in June. Lancia's attorney Lisa Hawley declined to comment. A parole violation hearing is scheduled for next month. Lancia could remain behind bars until next fall if the parole board finds him to be a violator. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
And I thought I caught that. Okay, so man, they just steal your channel. Hold on. Okay, let me just put us back up. Okay, boom. Man, I don't know how to use this program yet. How do I get rid of that? Okay, start talking. So I'm working on this, but yeah, so I think he's got a case here. Like, he did ask permission. He got permission to go. So, you know, what's everybody in an uproar about? Why would you put that man in jail after he got permission from his parole? Like, he didn't do it a stupid way. This guy actually, as far as, you know, motorcycle club stuff goes, I mean, he was a 25-year-old president. If I remember that right, he was a 25-year-old president of the Hells Angels. He caught a lot of flack. A lot of folks were saying, you know, how can you take a 25-year-old and make him a president of such a big organization? But at 25 years old, he was a president of a major of a chapter of a major motorcycle club. So I don't really get the effect that he's really, you know, stupid. He went and got, although he might have committed a stupid act, but he's got to have some common sense. He was able to get himself paroled within about 2.5 years or so, and he went to this wake, but he got permission to go. Like, he did it the right way. How do you get arrested after that? What's up?
Man. I don't know if it's a miscommunication somewhere, but I mean, it's really cut and dry. I mean, he do got the evidence to say, hey, I asked for permission to be here, and I'm here because of that. But you know, the wordplay, man, you know, is no telling behind the scenes of how bad they want you, and you know, the things that they will do to overshadow that.
Man, I don't know. When you break parole, do you necessarily go back to jail and finish out your sentence, or Do you just do some time? How do you?
I've seen people become violated, and you know what their violation is. I don't know. I've seen people be held in the county jail until the court hearing, and then they leave back out. I've seen some other people go back to jail and get paroled again, and then I've seen some go to jail and complete their sentence. So I guess it's just within the discretion of the Department of Corrections and the judge.
Now let's talk about this for a minute. Somebody said, well, he was wearing his colors. I don't think they can ask you to particularly leave your motorcycle club. You just can't associate with anybody in it, right?
But if you got the colors on, then you are associating.
Are you? No, you're not. If you walk down
in their eye, let's say in their eyes. Let's go back to one of those podcasts where you said that they got in, what is it, Australia, some other city, where they don't even want you to have the tattoo.
Yeah.
On your body. So I think that is kind of you know, the wordplay of how they want to word something. It's just like you getting arrested and they charge you with 5 charges of the same charge.
Yeah, but you know, okay, so here he is, and if he's by himself, I don't see any like other Hells Angels cuts. There are these guys in the Red Devils, but those aren't Hells Angels. It's a support club, but those ain't Hells Angels. So he ain't there with no Hells Angels. He is and it says he can't associate with any felons. So if these two guys ain't felons, and he ain't there with no Hells Angels, he hasn't broken parole. Unless somewhere in the parole that says you can't wear your Hells Angels vest and you got to get out of the club. And I don't think you can do that in America. I don't think you can make a person get out of the club. I don't know. But I don't think so. So the only, there's not no like whole group of Hells Angels there. It looks like the guy is technically within the bounds of what he's agreed to do and has permission to be there. And I don't see no Hells Angels. So the only thing he did was associated with some felons. But he got permission.
If they felons.
Well, yeah. Is the mob boss a felon? Was he arrested? I mean, who knows?
He's dead.
He's right. Can you not associate with dead bodies? Interesting, huh? This is I'm just asking the questions like you were last night. Sorry. I am seeking counseling.
I was hoping you didn't see it, man. You didn't call me, so I was like, okay.
I didn't see it till I woke up this morning.
You didn't text me. I said, okay, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe it slid past.
I woke up this morning and saw it, and I said, lavish. Hey, my man. I've had some.
Look, man,
hold on. Let's finish this.
Go ahead. Come on. Let's get to the story back. I think that the Department of Corrections, man, when you on them strings, man, they can play with you any type of way that they want, man. And I think that this might be one of them cases, man, where it's like, hey, we got them on this, and it depends on how bad they really want a person. It's people that they parole out, people that beat cases, and they want them that bad that they will do anything to get them back. I've been a victim of that as well, with the police.
Okay, I think we've covered that one real good. For people that came here to see that, my take on it is, I think he gets off on this. I think that he asked permission. I think if he doesn't get off, these people are really mad at him and they want him to do that time, and they're going after him on some BS because maybe he played the system a little bit. Maybe he knew that the parole officer was young or dumb or stupid but
that's not his job. That's not his concern. I got permission. And here it is in black and white. So what is the argument? In
Yeah.
the stipulations, it says with permission, correct? So
Yeah.
I got permission. So you know, why am I being harassed or reincarcerated?
Yeah, I have to agree with that. So that's my feeling on it. And I think that I would hope that if you, what can you do? I mean, the parole officer is up your butt about everything in the world, right? The parole officer is up your butt. So you would think that for sure you would have some protection because you got to ask him to do everything. So
and then my thing is this, and I don't really know how the parole thing do, but if the parole officer gave him permission, who's the one to say that he violated? Wouldn't that be the parole officer? Who else can do that? I mean, I don't know how the stuff work, but if I'm your parole officer, I think I'm the one that can violate you. I'm not sure if another parole officer can violate you if you're my you know, whatever, if you're on my caseload. So that's kind of questionable as well. If I got permission from you, I'm just gonna say you because you're my parole officer. I got permission from you. Why am I being violated and who's violating me? And then who brung it to the attention to the point where somebody else is even violating me?
Man, this is cool. This program I'm playing with it's got so much stuff that StreamYard doesn't have. Like I get to put QR codes in and everything. This is kind of cool. But I agree with you. I think that's good for this coverage. Let's talk about you and your show last night. But first, I want to do this brief commercial. Here we go.
Oh,
and blackdragonsgear.com. Blackdragonsgear.com. Make sure to get over to blackdragonsgear.com to get all of my wonderful stuff that I have for you here. My brand new book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 2, Betrayal in the Brotherhood. Make sure to pre-order your copy today, man. I got some juicy stuff in there for you about why the Black Sabbath tried to kick me out and a whole bunch of lessons to stop the motorcycle club imposters from taking over your motorcycle club. Get my #1 bestseller, Prospects Bible, the Big Sellout shirt. The Big Sellout. I was hoping you'd wear a Big Sellout shirt last night. You didn't wear one. But anyway, the Big Sellout shirt and more at blackdragonsgear.com. I have it all here for you. Everything you need to enjoy your Black Dragon experience, including the We MC t-shirts. The Motorcycle Club is not about I, but rather about we. The We MC t-shirts are printed on both sides, and they look really great. And they're the greatest cotton that you ever wanted to see. And some of my t-shirts are being made by a Sea Rider. In fact, he has... He'll be doing these shirts for me, the Big Sellout shirts. So you guys make sure to go and get yours today. BlackDragonsGear.com. Same bad time to 10:30 tomorrow. All right, man. We're out. Oh, okay. This is Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. As you know, my normal stuff ain't working for my normal songs to go out on and stuff. So I'm going to try to find an old song to go out on. And man, I'm sorry about all this. This is horrible. But hey, it's Monday. I got to try to fix my system. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. And now I just manually get myself up out of here. Take care, man.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.